Well, good afternoon and welcome to Strengthen Your Bones with Mitch Minnick. Now, I am Wanda Spence, volunteer with Mitch, and I'm your co-host. And together today we have Colette from California, we have Wanda Watson from Texas, and we have Bill from Oregon. Now, we all as volunteers are here to help to make your experience wonderful and just vibrating and just exciting. So we appreciate all of you. And if any of you ever want to volunteer, please let us know. Now, Mitch brings this class to us on Monday afternoons at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Mitch is an ACE certified group fitness instructor and an ATCQA certified Tai Chi master instructor. If this class is relatively new for you, please be sure to talk to your doctor. We want your doctor to agree that this class is good for you. During class, please keep your audio on mute to eliminate any background noise. But after class, we will have a short chat session so that you can raise your digital hand and unmute yourself and ask a question, offer any suggestions, or share anything else. Now, let's also look at questions. We will look at the questions in the chat to see what you have asked. We want this class to be the best possible for you and welcome all comments. And in sum, thank you for coming today and joining us. And we hope you have a wonderful experience. Mitch, take it away.
Outstanding, Wanda. Thank you so much. And Colette and Bill, you guys, and Wanda Watson, too. We got everybody going here. So I really appreciate all the support that we have to make this class as best as it can be. It just really warms my heart that we can have this wonderful experience. So I love being here. I'd rather be here than anywhere else in the world. So you can do the class standing or sitting. We're going to hop right to it, though. So if you're wearing glasses, you might want to take them off because we're going to tap around the eyes first and start warming up the body a little bit and stimulating the connective tissue and opening up the energy center. So we're tapping the flat bone at the top of the head. Then we go to the crown, seventh chakra. Chakras are just an energy center. Come on down behind the head where the head bone touches the neck muscle. Right in there. And then behind the ears, on top of the ears, right up and down the ears. Yeah. Okay. And take a thumb and finger and just pinch up and down the ears. Yeah. And then all around the temples, temples. Oh, you're all looking great. So glad you're here. All over the forehead, right in between the eyebrows, but up a little bit. This is your mind's eye, your sixth chakra, major energy center, and on top of the eyebrows. Now, energy centers just coordinate the flow of energy throughout the body. They coordinate because energy has to pass through them and go from point A to point B. It has to go left, right, or straight ahead, just like driving a car down a freeway. Outside edges of the highs. So I don't, in the past, energy centers used to be kind of mysterious, but they're not very mysterious. They're just very simple things. And then on top of the eye sockets on the bony part. Come on down below the nose and up below the gun line, come up to the back teeth, high up into the cheeks, back down to the front, jump down to the lower level, come up to the back teeth, and then back down to the front, then all around the chin. Come underneath the jawbone and start tapping up the jawbone. Behind the jaw, below the ears is some soft tissue right here. This is glandular. And now let's do scrunchy face and open face, a nice stretch for the face. Now we make a nice tight fist. Scrunch up the face, squint the eyes, squint the nose. On the count of three, we do just the opposite. It's called open face. You open up the eyes wide, stick the tongue out for a good stretch of the jaw, and make a sound to put some energy into it. It's good for your face. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 more times. Really good for your whole circulation. Give it a good scrunch as tight as you can. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. Give it a good scrunch as tight as you can. Now, squint the eyes, squint the nose, wiggle the ears. 1, 2, 3. Okay, feel it tingling in the face. Drop the left ear, left shoulder, extend the right arm. Take the left hand with pressure. Start tapping pretty hard with the shoulders connecting to the neck. Then top of the shoulder, then top of the bicep. Elbow coming down the forearm to the wrist. Top of the thumb, front of the fist. Pinky, lower wrist. Coming up the forearm to the elbow, tricep, armpit, upper part of the chest. Now let's go to the other side. Right shoulder, left, right here, and then top of the shoulder, and then top of the bicep, elbow, coming down the forearm, to the wrist, top of the thumb, front of the fist, pinky, lower wrist, coming up the forearm, to the elbow, tricep, armpit. Okay, now upper part of the chest, follow me. You want to tap pretty hard because it opens up the airways and the lungs. And also, we're going to shout out the stress in the body. And if you do a good job, you'll end up having a laugh with me at the end, okay? Because you'll set yourself free. So follow me. When I go ha, you go ha. If I go ha ha, you go ha ha. Ready? Ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ho. Ho ho. Ho ho ho. All right. He. 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 Okay, so it's time. Set yourself free. Laughter is so very, very good for you. You can do it. It's so good to laugh. This is my favorite part of the class. Come on down to the abdomen. I don't laugh enough during the day. All right, now here are your kidneys, tailbone. Do the buttocks. Come on down the back of the legs. Now, when you come up the insides, go right to the hips. Go right to the outsides. And when you come up the front of the legs, hang out at the knees, all around the knees. Come up the thighs and then cross your hands, place them on your shoulders. Sweep down to the toes, saying it feels so good. Ready? It feels so good. All right, let's get hopping to it. With your feet hip width apart, bounce the knees, relax the arms. So you're kind of hopping on the knees. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Let the palms relax. Now start shaking the palms vigorously. And then add a little wiggle of the hips to start loosening up. And then shim the shoulders and bobble the head. Now we're all shook up. Okay, stop. Palms for the abdomen, 3 heart opening breaths. Sink into the back of the calves. When you inhale, give it a nice big stretch. And exhale, come down for 2 more times. Through the nose. Inhale, big wide stretch. You feel so good. And exhale. 1 more goes to forward bend. Through the nose. Inhale. Now when you exhale, lock the knees. Hinge at the hips. We're just stretching the back of the legs as your arms dangle. So you need to keep the back straight so we're not curving the back. We want to protect the spine. 3 breaths here. Inhale, body expands. When we exhale, we relax a little deeper into that stretch for the back of the legs. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale, going deeper. Let it just relax. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Just let yourself go. Oh, now when you inhale, bend your knees and pivot up. That's a good stretch. Right foot forward. Hands in the hips. I mirror teach, so I'm on the same side as you. We're going to stretch the back of the legs. So when you inhale, the body expands. Now, when you exhale, you lock the front knee and hinge at the hip. Keep the back straight. You're just sinking into the back of that leg. So you have a nice stretch. Okay, 3 breaths here through the nose. Inhale and exhale, going deeper. Okay, 2 more times. Inhale. When you exhale, you just relax to go deeper. Okay, 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. It's a nice stretch. Feels so good. Now, when you inhale, very slowly, come on up. Feel it in the hips. Yeah, that's how slow you go. Good. Now, kick the legs out. Relax the arms. Relax everything. Let's do the other side. Left foot forward and inhale. When we exhale, hinge at the hip and just lock that front knee, coming down to just to where you don't come down any further. 3 breaths here. Inhale, body expands. But when you exhale, you're just relaxing deeper into that stretch. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Let yourself go. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. What a good stretch. Now, when you inhale very slowly, come on up. Feel the hips. Yeah, okay. Now kick the legs out. Relax the arms, shim the shoulders. Let's do balance a plate. Step forward with your right foot. Put the palm out. Take this other hand. Put it on your hip or hold it behind you, face up, whatever you like to do. And I want you to sink into a squat. So inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink. Everything will be done with the breath. We'll make 2 circles, 2 breaths. So inhale, we rise, bring the palm into the chest, elbow and shoulder up, circle the palm, point to the side, and exhale, push to the side. Now try to keep your palm face up at all times here. Now over the head we go. So inhale, you have to bend the elbow and gyrate the hip to come over the head, and we're rising. On the exhale, we're sinking right back down to where we started from, completing the circle. 2 more times. So it's inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink. Now feel the hip, gyrate the hip. Inhale, gyrate the hip. The arm goes the opposite way. We're rising. And exhale, we're sinking. Okay, one more time. Through the nose, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Was a good stretch. And exhale. Okay, we're done with this side. So inhale, lean to the left and straighten it on the inhale. Right foot glides in. And exhale, sink, lean to the right as you inhale, straighten the right leg. Left foot glides out and exhale, sink in. Okay, here we go. So 2 circles, 2 breaths. First one's underneath the arm, second one's over the head. So inhale, underneath the arm, we rise. Circle of palm and exhale, we stretch. Now feel the hip. Now gyrate the hip as you inhale. We're rising upward. Oh, it's a good stretch. And exhale, it's a whole body stretch. One more time. Inhale, this is dynamic stretching at its best. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, over the head. And exhale. Okay, one more time. Whatever you do is perfect. Again, inhale to let your body get used to it. And exhale, stretch. Inhale, over the head. And exhale. Remember, you can't do anything wrong in my class. The fact that you're trying is great. Now bring the foot back as you inhale and exhale. So let's do both hands at the same time. So we're in this squat. So you inhale, straighten the left leg. You take a half step to the right. Exhale, sink, lean to the right. As you inhale, straighten it. Take a half step to the left. When you exhale, sink and extend both palms. 2 circles, 2 breaths. First one's underneath the arm. So inhale, bring the palm into the chest. Elbow and shoulder up, circle the palm. And exhale, stretch to the bicep. Now over the head we go as you inhale, stretching through the abdominal area. As you exhale, come on back down for 2 more times. Through the nose, inhale, underneath the arms. Keep the palms face up. And exhale, stretch. Over there we go. Inhale, keep the palms face up as you crisscross. Oh, it's a good stretch through the core. And exhale one more time through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, inhale. Exhale. Okay, bring the feet back. Lean to the left and straighten it on the inhale. Half step from the right. Exhale. Come down. Lean to the right. Straighten the right. Bring it in. And exhale. Overhead press with the squat. So we're going to push some weights up. Weights are optional. Just do a stretch if you don't have weights. Or if you don't have water bottles filled with water or cans of soup or something. Ideally, if you can get to the point where you can use weights, you're much better off. But if you can't, you can't, and that's okay. Now, feet are hip width apart. We're going to bring the weights to the shoulder. So inhale to the shoulder and exhale. We're going to add a squat to this. All you do is just bend the knees, but you keep your back straight. So when you bend the knees, you just sink straight down, but keeping the shoulder over the hips. Okay, so we're going to alternate the right and the left side today. So we begin with it. Inhale. I want you to exhale, just bend the knees and sink. Now, begin with an inhale. Now, when you exhale, straighten the knees and lift that straight right arm straight up and twist the palm forward, stretching. And inhale, bend the knees as you come down. Other side, exhale, reach up and stretch. And inhale, that's 1. Back to the right. Exhale, we stretch. And inhale, come down. Exhale, we stretch. And inhale, that's 2. Exhale, inhale, exhale, that's 3. Exhale, inhale, exhale, that's 4. Going a little bit faster now. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 5 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 3 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, no more. Then inhale, straighten the knees as you exhale, lower your arms. Take 2 breaths through the nose. Inhale, through the mouth, exhale. 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale, and exhale. Now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrist, kick the legs out, wiggle the hips, shin the shoulders, and bobble the head. Okay, let's do both hands at the same time. So inhale to the shoulders and exhale. We begin with an inhale. Now when you exhale, I just want you to squat here. We begin with an inhale. Now when you exhale, you lift, straighten the legs and lift both arms straight up, twist the palms forward, and inhale, bend the knees as you come down. So exhale, stretch, and inhale, come down. Exhale, stretch, and inhale, that's 3. Exhale, inhale, 4. Exhale, inhale, 5 more. Exhale, inhale, 4 to go. Exhale, inhale, 3 more. Exhale, inhale, 2 more. Exhale, inhale, 1 more. Exhale, inhale, no more. Then inhale up and exhale, lower the arms down. Take a breath here through the nose. Inhale and exhale. One more breath through the nose. Inhale. Through the mouth, exhale. Okay, now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists, kick the legs out, wiggle those hips, shim the shoulders, and bobble the head, loosening up. All right, now we're going to do a overhead press with a side tap and kind of like a squat. So let's see how we do with that. So inhale to the shoulders and exhale, we sink. Now, when you inhale, you exhale, rise up and tap to the left, and inhale, come down and squat. Same side. Exhale, rise up and stretch, and inhale, that's 2. Exhale, stretch, and inhale, that's 3. Exhale, stretch, and inhale, that's 4. Exhale, stretch, and inhale, 5 more. Exhale, stretch, and inhale, 4 to go. Exhale, we stretch, and inhale, 3 more. Exhale, inhale, 2 more. Exhale, inhale, 1 more. Exhale, inhale, no more. Then inhale, straighten the knees as you exhale. Lower the arms. Take 2 breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Okay, 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale. Through the mouth. Exhale. All right, now bend the elbows. Wiggle the wrists. Kick the legs out. Wiggle those hips, shin the shoulders, and bobble the head. Let's do the left side. So inhale to the shoulders. When you exhale, just sink into a squat. We begin with an inhale. When you exhale, rise up and stretch. And inhale, come down. Reach up, twist palm forward. And inhale, that's 2. Exhale, and 3. Exhale, that's 4. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, 3 more. Straighten that elbow. 4 to go. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, no more. Then inhale and exhale. I know I lost count, but I got back on track. Through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Okay, 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists, kick those legs out, shim the shoulders and bobble the head. Loosen up the whole body. Okay, let's do a bent over row with our hip width apart. So we bend the knees, hinge at the hips so the back is straight. All we're going to do is pull the weights to the chest. We begin with an inhale. When we exhale, pull up and inhale, that's 1. Exhale, pull up and inhale, that's 2. Exhale and 3. Pull it up high and 4. Pull it up high, 5 more. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, last 3. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, no more. And inhale, pivot up. Then when you exhale, straighten the knees. And then take 2 breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists, kick the legs out, wiggle the waist, shim the shoulders, bobble the head. Okay, let's do a squat punch now. I'm going to lower my weights a little bit for this one because I'm extending my arms out in front of me. And that's what I enjoy most from my arms. So we sink into a hip. Sink into our knees, bend the knees. Then inhale the weights to the chest and exhale here. Now we begin with an inhale. When you exhale, straighten the knees and reach out with your right arm, twist the palm forward so you're extending the arm, and inhale, pull it back and squat. Other side now, exhale, reach out and stretch, and inhale, we squat, that's 1. Right side, exhale, inhale left, Exhale, inhale, 2. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and 3. Exhale, inhale, exhale, that's 4. Exhale, we hold it for a sec. Inhale, other side. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 3 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, no more. Then inhale, straighten the knees as you exhale, lower your arms. Take 2 breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Now 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale, body loves the oxygen. And exhale, right on. Now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrist, kick the legs out, wiggle the hips, shimmy the shoulders, and bobble it. Let's put the weights off to the side for a moment, a chair or a table. Try to avoid going down to a floor. And let's start with a quick sip of water to hydrate the body. Because we are a self-generating electrical power plant, we want to keep the system nice and wet so it conducts electricity through the body better. The feet are hip width apart. We just start bouncing the knees, relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Just really let it relax. Now start shaking the palms vigorously. This really relaxes all the muscles and just puts everything back to normal. Add a little bit of wiggle of the hips. Shim those shoulders and bobble ahead. So you're all shook up. Everything's relaxed. Everything's flowing really good. Now stop. 3 heart opening breaths. Palms in front of the abdomen. Inhale, open the chest for a big breath of oxygen and stretch. And exhale, come back down for 2 more. Again, inhale and stretch. And exhale, when you come down, just bend the knees. Do not curve the back. 1 more time. Inhale and stretch. Now when you exhale, okay, we lock the knees, hinge at the hips. Just let the arms dangle. And you come down to, we don't come down any further. Then we relax into it with the breath. 3 of them. Inhale, body expands. When we exhale, we just relax. Let yourself go deeper because you'll relax into it. Again, 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, big breath. And exhale. Now when you inhale, just bend the knees and pivot up. Then when you exhale, we straighten the knees. Okay, we're going to do an overhead tricep extension. And then after that, we'll do a tricep kickback. So we're going to drop the weights behind the back of our head. Whether you have 1 or 2 weights. I usually put 2 together here. My feet are hip width apart. Knees are soft, and I just sink into a squat. Then inhale, I rise, bring the weights above the head. When I exhale, I lower the weights and squat as I drop them behind the head. So I begin with the inhale. When you exhale, rise up and stretch, straighten the elbows, and inhale, bend the knees. Now, bending the knees is optional, okay? Exhale, stretch, and inhale. We come down to this squat where we bend the knees. Exhale, and inhale. That's 3. Exhale, and 4. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, 3 more. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, no more. Then inhale up and exhale, lower arms down by the side. Take 2 breaths. Inhale through the nose, through the mouth. Exhale. Okay, 1 more time. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Okay, now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrist, kick the legs out, wiggle the hips, shin the shoulders, and bobble the head. All right, now let's do a tricep kickback. Keep the feet hip width apart. So you sink down, bend the knees, keep the back straight. You pivot at the hips, and you just, we're going to, from here, you're keeping the back straight. We're just going to bring the, for the tricep, you inhale, bring the weights to the chest. When you exhale, pull the elbows, and from here, we kick back and hold it for a second. So we begin with an inhale. When you exhale, kick back and hold it, and inhale, that's 1. Exhale, hold it, and inhale, that's 2. Exhale, hold it, and inhale, 3. Exhale, That's 4. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, 3 more. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, no more. Then inhale, pivot up. When you exhale, we straighten the knees and lower the arms. Take 2 breaths here through the nose. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Then bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists, kick the legs out, wiggle those hips, shift the shoulders, and bobble the head. Okay, now let's try a step back, swing back. When you step back, you go toe heel, so it's flat-footed as you're doing the swing, so you have a good base of support. We do it from the chest, so inhale to the chest and exhale. We begin with an inhale, right foot, exhale, toe heel and swing, and inhale now the left side, exhale, toe heel and swing, back to the right. Exhale, inhale, exhale, that's 2. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 3. Exhale, inhale, exhale, that's 4. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 5 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 3 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 2 to go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, no more. Then inhale and exhale, lower the arms. Take 2 breaths here through the nose. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Now, wasn't that fun? That's one of my favorite exercises. Bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists, keep the legs out, wiggle those hips and the shoulders, and bobble the head. All right, now we're going to do on one leg, we're going to bring our right knee up. So you put the right toe out. So most of your weight's on this left leg. In fact, all of it when we bring the knee up. So we begin with an inhale. When you exhale, you're going to do a curl and lift the knee up. On the inhale, we return. Same side now. Exhale and 2. Exhale and 3. Exhale and 4. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, 3 more. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, no more. Then inhale and exhale. 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale, through the mouth, exhale. Okay, now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrist, kick those legs out, wiggle the hips and the shoulders and bobble the head. Let's do the left side. So we're standing on the right leg, the left toes are out. You're bringing the left knee up. We begin with an inhale. When you exhale, knee up and inhale, toes down. Exhale and 2. Exhale, that's 3. Exhale and 4. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, 3 more. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, no more. Then inhale and exhale. 1 more breath through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Now bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists, kick the legs out, wiggle those hips and shoulders and bobble the head. Now we're going to do a back lunge. And so it's a lunge with a squat. So we're going to bring the right foot behind the left leg and bend the left leg as you squat. Now, if that's too difficult, you just step back and do the arm curl. So they're both, it's all an arm curl, but it's the way we do our legs. So here we go. We inhale. When we exhale, come down and squat, and inhale, we rise. Now we alternate sides, left side. Exhale, squat, and now back to the right. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, that's 2. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, 3. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, and 4. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, 5 more. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, 4 to go. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, 3 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, no more. Then inhale and exhale. Another breath here through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Bend the elbows, wiggle the wrists from the shoulders, ball the head, kick those legs out. Just loosen up the body. Let's get rid of weights and stretch out of this a little bit. So let's start with the arms. We'll do put the palms by your shoulders face up. We'll do the right, left, both at the same time, a set of 3. We begin in a squat. So we inhale, we rise, and exhale, come down. Now let me reverse the breathing. Let's do the left side. So we begin with an inhale, we exhale, rise up and stretch, and inhale, come down. Both sides. Exhale, we stretch, and inhale, back to the right. Exhale, inhale, left. Exhale, inhale, both. Exhale, inhale, back to the right. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, both. Exhale, 1 more set, right side. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, both. Exhale, inhale, and lower the arms. Okay, shake them up, so loosen up the body, kick the legs out. Let's do shoulder shrugs, right, left, both at the same time. Let's do it with the squat too. So sink into a, bend the knees, back and straight. So right side, inhale up and stretch, and exhale, come down. Left side, inhale up and stretch, and exhale. Let's reverse the breathing. We begin with an inhale. When you exhale, lift up and stretch, and inhale, back to the left. Exhale, now both. Exhale, let's go back to the right. Exhale, inhale left. Exhale, inhale both. Exhale, let's do 1 more set. Right side. Exhale, inhale left. Exhale, inhale both. Exhale, and inhale. Okay, then inhale another breath and exhale. Take another breath here through the nose. Inhale and exhale. All right, drop the left ear, left shoulder, extend the right arm. As an option, you can take this left hand and wrap it around for weight and sink into a squat. So inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink. 3 breaths. So inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink into the stretch. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Now when you inhale, we come out of this. As you exhale, we just relax and loosen up. Let's do the other side. Okay, extend the left arm, sink into a squat. So inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink. Inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink. 1 more. Inhale, we rise, and exhale, we sink. Then when we inhale, we come out of this. When we exhale, we relax. Now with our feet hip width apart, bend the knees. Just bounce the knees. Relax the arms. Bring everything back to normal. Just give it a good wiggle. That's all you got to do. Shake the palms, wiggle the hips, shim the shoulders, bottom head. We're all shook up. Okay, 3 hard opening breaths, palms above the abdomen. Here we go. Through the nose. Inhale and get a good stretch. And exhale for 2 more times. Through the nose. Inhale and stretch. And exhale. 1 more to forward bend. Through the nose. Inhale. Stretch. Now when you exhale, lock the knees. Hinge at the hips. Feel the pull in the back of the legs. 3 breaths here. We inhale. Body expands. When we exhale, we relax a little deeper into the stretch. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now when you inhale, bend the knees and pivot up. When we exhale, we straighten up. And let's conclude by saying thank you. Let's see. Who's